You ever have that one boss who makes you question your entire life? Yeah, that was me. I was 28 when I landed the job. At the time, it felt like a huge win. The company was well known in our city, one of those places people said you were lucky to get into. Good salary, benefits, potential for growth. I had worked crap jobs for years, bouncing between contract gigs and retail management, so when this offer came through, I thought, finally. Finally, stability. Finally, a chance to prove myself. I still remember my first day like it was yesterday. I walked into that office buzzing with nerves and excitement. You know that feeling when you've ironed your shirt 3 times, shined your shoes, rehearsed your introduction in your head? That was me. I wanted to make a good impression. I wanted this job to be my fresh start. And then I met him. My boss. Let's call him Dan. Dan was one of those people who, the second you meet them, something in your gut twists. He had this fake smile plastered on his face, but his eyes were dead. Cold. Calculating. The kind of eyes that sized you up like you were a piece of meat, not a person. He shook my hand, looked me up and down, and the first thing he said was, "So, you're the new kid? Hope you don't slow us down. Not welcome aboard. Not glad to have you." No. Just a thinly veiled insult. I laughed it off, nervous chuckle, you know. Tried to brush it aside. I figured maybe it was just his sense of humor. Some people joke like that. Right? Wrong. That first week was a blur of onboarding, paperwork, learning systems, meeting coworkers. Most of them were nice enough, polite, busy, cautious. But I noticed something quickly. Whenever Dan walked into a room, the atmosphere shifted. Conversations stopped. People straightened in their chairs. Smiles faded. It was like a cold draft sweeping through. And it didn't take me long to find out why. My first big team meeting was on day 3. The agenda was simple: project updates, roles, timelines. I was still figuring out how the workflow operated, so I kept my notes close, ready to speak when asked. Dan sat at the head of the table, leaning back in his chair with this smug grin like he owned the world. He went around the table, firing questions at everyone. People answered fast, clipped, like soldiers reporting to a general. Then it was my turn. "So, new kid, tell us what you bring to the table." Everyone's eyes were on me. I took a breath, tried to stay calm.